Wow. Charity's even up. What are you guys doing up? You should be having a hangover and won't get up for 10 hours. I'm still having trouble with my uh, um, on YouTube. Uh, but we'll see how that goes. Everybody's up. Well, I'm at my son's house, and he's going up somewhere with a whole bunch of friends, and nobody wanted to take their kids, so we're babysitting. He's got a 1-year old and a 3-year old. We're babysitting for a few days while they take uh, a little vacay for grown-ups. And because he only lives about an hour from me, we can walk here from where we live in Washington, D.C. But it's fun. We went on a long walk yesterday, but it's freezing here today. We're not going to go for walking today, I'll tell you. So I just have to entertain these kids at house. Now, one's sleeping, and Smiley took the other one out on a playground that's nearby, and I don't know how long they'll last. But it's I want to it is time to make those resolutions come true. I mean, it's easy to make a resolution, but it's a hard as hell to make it happen. And that's what I feel Let's Go Help is that we can help each other make it happen. Because I think that's the biggest part is having other people in your life that help you make it. Most of all the people in our life make us miserable, maybe. So we got to change that in a way. And it seems possible, but it just takes focus and learning a few little tricks and having some optimistic thoughts, because if you're not thinking optimistically, it's really hard to do stuff. If you think the world is against you, I mean, wow, why the hell would you bother? And you just crawl in a hole and let the world pass you by, because that seems the easiest to do. But boy, what that goes against, at least in my makeup, is that then I'm not growing. And if I'm not growing, that means that's dying. If you don't grow, you die. And you could sit growing to anything. I'm 80, and you find different things to grow with. You have to grow with your families and make them do. You have to grow, providing your own income and supporting yourself, and that's a lot. Now at my age, I don't worry about that as much because I've paid for all the shit I had. I was worried about. And so it frees up. And now at my age, what I see is that I can grow other ways. I won't grow my muscles, I won't grow faster, but I could grow in love. That's what I sort of see. And that's what I want to concentrate. I mean, the building I live, we've got about 70 condos, and I try to say, how can I show love to all those people? And so what I've been doing is throwing parties in the lobby. So I haven't thrown a party in 40 or 50 years. I came down to this building and said, boy, I just want people to be open to each other. We all have good parts. We all have bad parts. So it's easy when you get defensive, you start showing your bad parts to defend yourself. How do you flick that switch and show good parts? And sometimes it's hard to do, particularly in your atmosphere that's around you. So that's why I'm trying to make our group, a place where we encourage each other to be good. And because if we don't get it from people, then that's in our life, then we're going to just get protective and close up and not grow anymore. And we all have something to give that's very special and unique, I think, and we have to find out what that is, because what we mostly do, I make my resolutions at the springtime, not the middle of winter. That's a good idea, because everything's growing at that time. In the winter, everything's dying. Good idea. But it is a chance to grow, no matter what the weather is. And that's what I hope we could do here. And that's why I'm trying to get more members involved in just helping each other out. I mean, you see something on the in the chats or wherever, give a little message of any kind it is. You don't have to be a genius or no. I'm usually broken my resolutions by spring. I'm lucky to get through January. Yeah, peace. And the world is shit. You know, you're not going to read the news and be happy. I mean, wars are starting all over. God, you know, we went a long time, it seems, without wars. And now there's two big ones going on. And that's just the ones we know. I'm sure all the little, you know, the thousands or hundreds of countries that are in Africa, they're all fighting. And we have, you know, so much stuff. And it's hard to get above it. But boy, it certainly is a nicer life because it's a way to grow. And you don't use up that wasted energy on being spell checker. I can't spell for shit. I can maybe spell shit. That's about the only thing I spell correctly. But no, I flunked English in about every grade level. And when my first book made the New York Times bestseller list, I tried to find that English teacher in college that flunked me. I told her it didn't matter. Yeah, well, see, that's another thing. We all set our standards, I think, by other people or by the media and whatever. And that's okay to judge yourself and check yourself once in a while, but your own standards. I mean, we have to be our own heroes, and that's important because we all have. Kevin Lesko, is that your last name, Kevin? Oh, let's go spell check. We all have different talents and skills, and so we have to find out what's. There's one south of us, Brazil, and yeah, they're really starting to go at it. Yeah, and it's finding what our skill is, I think, and that's how I looked at it. Remember, your life is going to be different. All our lives are different, but I saw it as I had to dig down to find out what I was special at, because that's what you're going to do better. Okay, you're going to do better at that than anybody else. If you're trying to copy other people were born to do that, and you can't be as good at it. And so if you have something special to give, which we do, we're all different. You know, and we try to be like other people, and that's, I think, the wrong way. We have to find out what's special and unique, because we make our biggest contribution to society by finding what's special. I love acting like and dressing like an idiot. I enjoy it. It took me a long time to really dig down, and you know what did that? Failing at everything. Failing, because I went in the Navy 3 years, 2 months, 9 days. Then I went to grad school, thanks to the Navy, and got an MBA and started businesses, and they were all failing. And what I also noticed, I wasn't having fun. So I was failing and not having fun. Now that's almost like a trifecta. I'm failing and not good at it, and hoping in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, I'll start having fun or success or whatever that shit you think is important. And I would never get even close to that. And I wasn't having fun doing it. You know, and I had 2 businesses that both have fun. And I got an MBA in computers. I even had a computer software company back in the 70s. Can you imagine that? Back in the 70s, I had a computer software company, and it failed. Yeah. I had another company too, that we got information for people in Vietnam when they're coming back, and we felt that was important. The other expats that were working with me on that. And but then I said, gosh, if I'm not having fun, I'm not having success, and doing things that I'm supposed to be successful at it, or I said, and this is crazy. And I said, I got to do something I'm having fun with today, that I enjoy getting up and doing today. So because it looks like no matter what the hell you do, you may or may not be successful at it. So that's that's a bigger crapshoot. So if I have fun today doing something, then I'm already winning. I don't have to wait 5 years or whatever. Now I have to find out how to make that thing I'm having fun with be a money maker so I can live. And that's the biggest trick, is how do you do something you love doing and making money at it? And I think there's no one, people can suggest ways to do that, but a lot of us don't know. And I think nowadays there's ways to do that more, and it's easier now to do something like that than ever before. Now, again, but there's no guarantee, and nobody knows the right way. We'll go online, and you'll keep going online trying to find the right way, and you won't find it, at least for you, or somebody says, oh, this is the right way, but you need a lot of money, and that's crazy. If you don't have money, please don't use money to start a business. Please, please, please. If you don't have a lot of money, don't go to Google trying to look for business ideas, because everybody there is just going to try to get money from you for your business idea. Take whatever idea that is close to whatever you want and try to get customers. That's all. I mean, I show you, if you remember, if you look at our Let's Go Meta Grant report, there's item number 3, how to get free business mentors. And you work with these people, find one you like, and you have to maybe go, it's sort of like dating. You may have to go through 3 or 4 of these people because you just can't relate to them, or they don't relate to you. And just call them, because you can call other ones, because there'll be a half a dozen, 30 or 40 where you live. And you work through your ideas about starting businesses with no money. I mean, like me, what I do, I started this, what I'm doing now. I mean, and I could have invested money in it, but I didn't have to. I just had to find out how to get a customer, and that's it. And with all the free media, sure, it's not going to happen overnight. No matter what you do, it's not going to happen overnight. So if you go into bankruptcy or credit card debt or whatever, it's still not going to happen overnight. Even no matter whatever the hucksters tell you, promise you on YouTube. And that's what is troubling, is that YouTube is a place that it's almost like a sucker's place, because everybody is there telling you how easy it is to do everything. And it's not. You have to get that shit out of your head. I mean, you may get hit by lightning and it's easy, and some people looks like they do. Then for me. And so and if you think it's easy, then you're going to quit. And that's the biggest sin, is quitting. So that's why you start in the beginning. This may or may not be hard. Most likely it is going to be hard. And you go from there. And that's the only way I believe that you're going to get anywhere in this life. If you think it's easy and you just do 1, 2, 3, it's not going to happen. You're going to get pissed off and go do something you hate. I mean, the best thing, you get some shitty job to keep your income going, and that's what you got. You got to do that. So you get some job, 3/4 time, part-time time, just to keep the bills and the wolf away from the door. Now you start doing things that don't cost money to figure out how to make money. I mean, you could be a handyman, man, if you like fixing things. There's so many things that people don't do anymore. Go to TaskRabbit, and you'll see that all the hundreds of things that people will pay for. I know they'll pay you to do a party for them, to organize a party for them. They'll pay you to teach them how to dance. They'll pay you to cut your lawn, anything. I mean, there's so much, and it's freedom, because if you do it on a gig way, because you have your time to yourself. You don't have a boss. You don't have some asshole you have to work for and be somewhere on time. You don't want to work today, screw it. And that's, I think, the biggest luxury in life, is waking up in the morning and deciding what you want to do, and not that feeling like you're in jail and have to do something. And so that's why, to me, the gig economy is interesting that way. Or you just get a part-time job and you show up, 30, 40 hours a week, whatever it is, but you use that other time not to watch Project Runway on TV, but to investigate a way to do anything. What you do is you go to find what it is, meetup.com. Okay, go to meetup.com. Okay, meetup.com, and find people in your community who are also starting businesses. Every community has people that are just starting businesses or are still starting in the process of starting businesses, or they're now successful or whatever. And there'll be special things for special groups for, it depends on where you live. There's thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of these groups all over the thing. So if you want to make money ballroom dancing, there's probably a ballroom dancing meetup group. So you get there to see how other people are doing it where you live. You find out how other people are who already did the research to find stuff to get their business or their real estate investing up. Don't go to Google, because Google's not going to tell you what's in your area that's already free. Google's not going to tell you that. Google is just going to show you people who can convince you to give them money because they know the secret of what you want to do. And even if they do, you don't have money to do it, and you just get further in debt. And that's crazy, I think, because there's too many free places. So you go to, the business mentors that are free. You go to meetup.com, that is free, or whatever, and you start learning from people who actually doing it. These people spend all their time figuring out how to get money from you. Because that's hard. Now you have to figure out how to get money from other people to support you. And that means going to the people who need help. So if you had an idea to help single moms or whatever, well, there's a meetup group for single moms, most likely. If not, you go to women's meetup groups and find out what they're getting and how they get it or whatever. It's all about getting intelligence, and intelligence in a way like you have to know your market. You can't guess and just think you know what people want. No, man, I lived with this woman 40 years and I still don't understand what her needs are. We can't. And that's why you have to get out and be like a scout in the old military movies and cowboys. They send out a scout to see where all the bad guys are so they could attack them or whatever. Kevin, I've been keeping an eye on this for a while. Sonia, is there a way to get the meta report without paying $20? Well, most of it, I have a short version in the meta report. Look in the last couple videos for the New Year's videos. I have a short version in the description, and it tells you the basic sources. And I do that a lot now because people that have $20, they need this more than anybody else. Or actually, I'll put it in. It's hard for me while I'm live on YouTube to put something in the description. After this, I'll put the free report into the description. It shows you the main, there's 10 places that will start getting free help you get free help and money to do anything. These 10 places are where you start, okay? Sort of like for business, okay? The one for business I have there is called sba.gov/local assistance. And between local and assistance, there is a little dash. So you want sba.gov/local assistance with a dash in between local assistance. See, that's it. If you have trouble with debt, if you have trouble with buying a home, okay, you go to hud.gov and then /counseling. and you make an appointment with counselors. And there's dozens again in your area. If one doesn't work, you call another one, okay? And they're there to help you for free to uh, get you out of debt or get you to buy a house. No, they don't want to make you buy a house. They'll help you decide and where and start looking for the help that's available. And remember, there's more than what one person says. So if one person says no, you just go somewhere else. It's like getting a date. Somebody says no, that means nobody will go out with you. It's just that they won't go out with you. And the world is too big, and you have to realize that. And that's why you're only going to realize that once you start making phone calls, talking to people, and every once in a while, you talk to Tammy, how she does it. She doesn't hit a home run every day. No, nobody does. You may have to get, people hang up on you 10, 20 times today. That is life, and you have to realize that you have to have that resilience 100 times a day that you're going to come back. And that's all. The only thing that is wrong to do, and nothing's wrong to do. I don't know what's right to do. I give you options and you see if those are right. But and because if you don't let us help you, the problem is people are going to Google and you can't even find options that are free. Most of the options there are going to cost you money. We give you only free options. That's the key, because otherwise you start spending money to solve your problem. You're going to run out of money before you find the answer. And you can't do that, because then you get worse, and then you get pissed, and then you're angry to people. Then people can't love you anymore because you're angry that the world is mad at you. They're not. None of this is personal, unfortunately, but we take it personally because our life is personal. So there's no reason not to take it personally. It's crazy if you don't think it's personal, because it's your life, and that's the important thing. And the important thing is that you have options, but you don't know them yet. You have to dig them out. And that's what we try to do. And that's why members now are getting more involved and helping other members, at least to share their frustration too, because you're not alone. That's the important thing. Half the people in this country can't make their bills. Half the people. And we're the richest people in the world. Wow. I mean, that's saying we're doing something wrong. The other half of the country is rich as shit, I guess. They learned how to rig the game for themselves. Thank you for the computer. Oh, Serenity. Oh, that's right. We closed the new computer stuff, and we've been sending out, I think, stuff from last month's computers. And so that was the 30th. The 30th is the closing day on our giving out free computers. And that's why I want to give out as many free computers as we can afford, because I think that helps you better get to the information you need, and to contact people you have to contact. And the other thing is, please try to use this thing, not mine, but your own phone, as much as possible. Show up in person if you have to, or whatever. If you want to do something important this year, find out, go to your local, here's another website you want to do. Okay, you have HUD.gov counseling, you have SBA.gov, then local assistance, and you want to go careeronestop.org. careeronestop.org. You want to go there, okay? And that's important. And you make an appointment. So you want to make an appointment the same way you want to make an appointment with the housing counselor, same way you make an appointment with the free financial counselor, the same way you want to make an appointment with the small business counselor. These are all counselors that sit down with you for free. They don't charge money. And otherwise, you're going to be going around in circles and never getting anything except losing more money that people sucker you into giving to them. That's why I'm so proud that we're able to keep this down to $20. People said I have to charge, $2,000 or $200 or all this a month. People are getting that, and I. the people who really need this can't afford that. And that just seems so stupid to charge that kind of money. So what we do is we charge $20. And if we make more money, we give it back to you, the members. So we give it back in grants, and we give out $75,000 every month in grants to our members. Now you apply for them, and you can win one of each. We got 4 different grants now. One is to spend on anything, up to $1,000 you can spend on anything. One is you get $500 to help you with car repair. You can win that once. And the spend on anything grant once, we got $40,000 we give there. And then we spend $2,000 on rent and mortgage payments. If you need that, we spend that. And then we give out 25 laptop computers. So you could win those 4. You could win 4 of those. You can't win one twice, okay? So you can win one of each. And Tammy just put the listing of where to apply for them at Let's Go Help too. It is so important that it is important for the rest of my life now that I try to help you as much as possible, and to see. I mean, I'm an old guy, and things probably won't work for you the same way they work for me, but that's 50. I probably got 50, 60, 70, 80 years ahead of you. But you start building that life plan you're going to live, and I think one of the ways to stop worrying about yourself is giving to others, and that's why I think it's important that we, as whatever we call ourselves, a group or whatever, the members that help each other, because that's a way to make it fills your heart, and that's what we need. We're really based upon our heart, everything we have. And so the better your heart is, I figure the better we can help each other or help other people in the world or whatever. And that is very selfish, because it makes us feel good when we give our heart to other people. So I'm trying to make this a part of what this group is about, is helping others, and helping others in the group and even outside the group. That's why take anything you have as a member, like our 500 mini grants report, download it for your state, okay? Because that is the best guide for people to try to figure out how to use government grants to solve their I struggle with words, man. It's that mind. It's not like it used to be. Especially names are the biggest problem I have. But our New Year's Eve resolutions. Okay, okay. So the resolutions that we have, those that 500 mini grant report are the best sources to start to apply for any resolution that we're trying to work on. And so give that, download it, give it to other people that you know, because they could use it too. So if they're not a member, show them that, share it with it. That's why you could help other people that I don't know, that even that you don't know. It's frustrating, but it's fun. I mean, giving is fun. Giving is pleasurable. It makes you feel so great. That's why it's very selfish, when you give some. Oh, the midgets are coming back from the playground. Okay, good morning, everyone. Lady Chi Town. You're from Chicago, huh? Cool. That Windy City. I went to school, Milwaukee, man. The hawk, they call it. That's the weather. And that comes off the lake there. Oh, it was cold. Really cold. Well, I'm going to take off, guys, because I got to babysit. Okay. And I will be back. And don't forget to download the 500 mini grants report. And Charity, thank you. You saying you love me. I mean, boy, what is better than that? What is a better gift than we could give each other to feel that warmth that we have as humans to give to each other? Sherry, I mean, that's, I can't think of a nicer gift. And I appreciate every one of you that says anything to somebody else of appreciation. And that's what we should do. Help each other, people. So appreciation, grateful for what they are. So like, you want to see Caleb? Caleb, come here. Come on, go on TV? No? He's camera shy. He's not, though. He puts on his own shows in the living room. So you come over his house, okay? And he'll put on a show for you in the living room, okay? It's a puppet show. Okay, talk to you soon, guys. Thank you. And we'll do something important this year, okay? It takes work. That's okay. We're here to help each other out. Force us to do it. So when we fall on our ass, we come back and have somebody help us pick us up and get out there again.
Did you just finish?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. It's cold out there.
Yeah.
I'm not recommending it.
No.
Now,
Yeah.
let me just see if you can notice up here any cocoa.
But it is warmer upstairs. I want to check.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
that's amazing.
yeah, it's comfortable
I wonder
upstairs.
if this is in the same house.
Well,
Coco.
they may not have any, but they have so much of
Oh, they
everything.
have so much. Yeah.
And normally it looks like it's in this kind of thing. What does that say? Anyway, it's not that.
Almond.
Okay. I wonder if I could use some of the bark, that chocolate bark, to melt it.
Oh, there it is.
Well, Caleb was great at the play. We went to both playgrounds, and we talked about him coming back and having
Cocoa.
hot cocoa, but I think I can melt the bark.
I'll run out.
No,
We already got 7-Eleven. We'll have something.
7-Eleven's closed.
Really?
It's all boarded up. They think they're getting streets.
Oh, no, not that 7-Eleven, but another one.
Oh, but let me, it's so nasty out. Let me just try this. Yeah. I'll just put it in the microwave and see what
Well,
happens.
actually, put it with milk.
Yeah, I think I'll,
So that way it's, not with water. Anyway.
right, well, I was gonna froth the milk
Uh-huh.
in here.
I see.
We have a lot at home.
Perfect.
Ooh, it's not even open, I don't think.
There's two.
Is one open?
Well, one is a different flavor. Sweet milk chocolate truffle, double dark chocolate truffle. Harry and David.
Of course they have it. Thank you. I'm very impressed.